Praise Lord, sir.
Praise the Lord. Good evening, everyone. Glad to see you all after a long time. Hope all of you are doing well.
Praise the Lord, Pastor. Yes, by God's grace, doing well.
Okay, good. My audio is clear, right?
Yes, it's very clear.
Yeah, praise God. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, before we go into the new module, I just want to inform, and they will be posted in your group as well. We missed to give you the assignment for a verbatim. Uh, we were supposed to give it in your first year, but I'm just giving you a verbal thing, and it will be posted in the group as well. So you have to find out a client or a counselee, sit with a client 1 or 2 session, and then record all the things that is happening in that 1 hour. That is what is the counselor is saying and how the counselor is responding. Now, from the very beginning of the problem sharing to the end of the relief that the counselor is getting, or if relief is not happening, so whatsoever is happening in your counseling session, you have to record it and take 1 hour, okay, at least 1 hour session, minimum 1 hour session with your client, and record it. So your deadline will be December 31st, and this same verbatim will be presented in our last module, that is supervised counseling theories, supervised counseling practice. Okay, that module. So everyone's assignment will be evaluated by our examiner. So you will be reading out your verbatim before the examiner, and then he will respond and he will give his feedback and evaluation, and how to improve your counseling sessions and all. He will be explaining to all of you. I hope it is clear, and we will mention everything in the group as well. Okay, so December 31st, before December 31st, you have to submit it. So 3 months of time is still with you. So within this 90 days, try to have a counseling session with one of your client, maybe a church member, maybe a relative, maybe your friend, maybe your colleague, who can share their problems and struggles, and you as a counselor can deal with their issues, whatever you have learned. So this far, whatever you have learned, you can apply all those principles in the counseling process. Hope it is clear. Yeah, so rest we will be uploading it in the group. Okay, so welcome everyone. So today we are going to start the new module, marriage and family counseling. So I welcome everyone to this new module. We have our resource person, our faculty member, Pastor Sam GS with us. So before he begin, I just want to introduce. You all know him, but once again I want to introduce as he is beginning this new session. So it's my really a pleasure to introduce to you today our faculty, our resource person, Pastor Sam GS, who brings with him a wealth of experience in both the pastoral ministry and counseling. Pastor Sam currently serves as a faculty member at Faith Theological Seminary Manakala, and is also a visiting faculty at Bethel Bible College, Punalur. He is actively involved in the field of counseling, serving at the Marthoma Hospital Guidance and Counseling Center, Trivandrum, where he provides guidance and support to individuals and families. In addition to his academic and counseling responsibilities, Pastor Sam is also pastoring a church at Kovalam, where he continues to minister to the spiritual and the emotional needs of his congregation with dedication and compassion. Pastor Sam is married to Jija, and together they are blessed with 2 children, Fionn and Farron. With his combined experience as teacher, counselor, and pastor, Pastor Sam brings a unique and practical perspective to the topic of marriage and family counseling. We are privileged to have him with us today. So please join with me to welcome Pastor Sam. Cheers. Over to Pastor Sam.
Thank you, Benson sir, for your kind words of introduction, and you detailed is everything. Thank you. And Benson sir was my senior when I joined at FTS for my BD studies. From then till now, we are good friends. And actually, for long years, we were not in good touch, but later, recently, we are in good touch. And thank you, sir, for inviting me to take class. And also, I really enjoy class with you. And thank you, sir. And yeah, I think we'll straight away move to the class. We have only 1.5 hours to go now. As usual, no, if everybody can switch on your video, that I well appreciate. I know some of you may be outside traveling, job. I know, I understand it, but as much as possible, please come on video so that we can see each other and continue our discussions. As Benson sir told, our course title is Marriage and Family Counseling. I think I'll briefly explain about the syllabus, course schedule, then I'll move to the discussion so that you will get a clarity about what we are going to learn in this module. So this is a syllabus I have prepared for you for our course. Our classes will have 7 classes, and they will be discussing first of all need for marriage and family counseling today, types of marriage and family, biblical and Christian perspective on marriage and family, then psychosocial roots of disharmony in marriage and family, then goals of marriage and family counseling, preparation for marriage and premarital counseling, then approaches to marriage and family counseling. First of all, under that, we'll be discussing person-centered family therapy, then systems theory and therapy. Under that, we'll be discussing 2 theories. One is Murray Bowen's multi-generational family therapy, and Salvador Minuchin's structural family system therapy, then marriage enrichment, then group family therapy for families, and finally, family life education in the church. These are the topics we are going to discuss, and I have prepared a schedule for you as well. I will share that also. And I'll put these things in a group, or I'll give to Benson sir, and you will get it right after the class. I have divided the syllabus into 7 classes, since we are having 7 classes. Today, I'll be discussing on introduction, the need for marriage and family counseling today. Then next week, types of marriage and family, and also biblical and Christian perspective on marriage and family. Then in class 3, psychosocial roots of disharmony in marriage and family. Then goals of marriage and family counseling. Then class 4 will be preparation for marriage and premarital counseling. Class 5, person-centered family therapy. Class 6, systems family therapy by Murray Bowen and Salvador Minuchin. Then class 7 will be marriage enrichment. This will be the last class for you. And then group family therapy and feedback and closing. And you have an assignment the relevance and strategies for family life education in the church. I expect you to submit it on the last day of the class. So what I expect you are supposed to explore the relevance of family life education in church. Is there any relevance? And if there is a relevance, so you can come up with your own points. What are the major relevances of family life education? And once you explain the relevance, you can suggest some of the strategies, the possible strategies to implement or to give family life educations to the church. Why I'm asking, each church and each culture, each locality has its own dynamics. So what all the strategies you feel or you think is applicable, you can explain it. So this is what I want to expect from you. This is course schedule. I hope it is clear, right? Okay. So today I'll be giving a brief introduction, then I'll be moving to the need for marriage and family counseling. Sorry. Hey, asked me whether which language I'm talking. I just gave Hindi. It is English anyway. Later it will ask, I hope. Am I audible? Whether my English is okay for you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My English is okay. Okay. Whenever you feel difficult and whenever you are not able to understand, please raise your hand or through this raising hand. No, you can raise your hand or you can text me and I will respond to you. And I think many new faces or new names are there. And since the faces are not there, I don't know who they are. Yeah, you both, I know the last class you were there, and some of the new names are there. I hope they will come on video later on. Okay, marriage and family counseling. Have you heard about marriage and family counseling? Yes, okay. So have you ever had a chance to attend family counseling?
No.
No. Have you ever felt a need for that? No, it seems right. Yeah. Say, sometimes I don't know whether you had an opportunity to attend a seminar, family seminar. Have you ever attended family seminars? Yes or no?
Yeah, in the church-based seminars.
Church-based family seminars you have attended. Yeah. So that's great. Family, since family constitutes two persons from two different family backgrounds, two different cultures. Even though two persons are rising up in the same culture, since they are raised up by two different parents and raised in two different families, there will be difference in their personalities, their opinions, their behavior. Since they are different, definitely there is a possibility of difference of opinions. And that difference of opinion sometimes lead to conflict. Sometimes this conflict may be resolved by discussions, negotiations, dialogue. And there are some cases these conflicts further escalate and it may lead to fight and sometimes it may lead to separation, and in the extreme case, it may go for divorce as well. And in this scenario, the family counseling and marriage counseling is really important because I'm a counseling, I'm practicing counseling. As you know, yesterday I was talking to a family, and it was a third session. And they, after yesterday morning session, they both went for mutual divorce. They both went for mutual divorce. Why? Because even after the sessions, they were not able to sort. They have sorted their issue, and they came to a conclusion that they cannot live together. Right before your class, I was talking to that husband. That husband is really intent to continue that marriage, but wife is not at all ready for that, and she has filed a petition yesterday, and probably it may go to family court, and she is expecting a mutual divorce. And he was asking me, Samsar, whether I have to give mutual divorce or something else. And I told him, it is up to you, not my part. And my part is counseling, and you discuss with your family, your relatives, and somebody from your part, and then finally you decide what you're going to do. So it is up to you. So anyway, what I'm trying to tell, there are some cases that may end up in divorce. And but most of the cases we can rectify them, help them to resolve their issues. And nowadays, the marriage and family conflicts are increasing like anything, and the divorce rate is also increasing. That is the scope of marriage and family counseling. So in my lifetime, I'm so gratified. And I'm so satisfied, and I'm so happy that I could help many couples. And last week I had another couple, and we are on the process. I hope I can bring them together. Even though they are living in the same home, they are not communicating, they are conflicting, but they are in a point that, let's see, sir, we'll discuss. And if we can come together, we can have a try, we'll see. So we are in the process. I hope, I can join them together. But there are some people that they are not at all ready for discussion, so that we cannot do anything. So what I'm trying to tell, the family counseling and marriage counseling is the need of the hour. Need of the hour. And many couples, many families are, even though they are not divorcing, they are separated within the family. And because of the social stigma and their, unwillingness to go for divorce, they simply continue their couple life outside their family. Everybody thinks that they're happy, because once they come out, they may be smiling each other, they may be communicating each other, but within their home, they may be separated. And there are lots of reasons for that. And all those reasons, most of the reasons we'll be discussing in our classes. And I hope this course will help you to understand the dynamics of those conflicts. And also, this course will help you to help those who are going through family problems and concerns. So I will just show my notes to you. Yeah, I could not prepare a PPT for you. So I'm simply, showing the notes I have prepared. There's bullet point notes I have prepared for you. Need for marriage and family counseling today. The first point I have made is evolving family dynamics. Hi, Liz John. Will you please introduce yourself?
Hello, sir. I'm Elizabeth John. I'm a second year student from this, and I'm from Bangalore.
Okay.
Yeah, also part of ministry.
So have you ever attended my class?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Not you're Elizabeth John, not Liz John.
I mean, I'm called as Liz.
Okay.
Elizabeth.
Nice to meet you, and you are
Same
switched
here.
on your video. That's I'm so happy.
Yes.
Okay.
I had electricity issue here, so I could not switch on that.
It's okay. It's okay. I expect if you are coming on video now, we can see each other. And yeah, Lydia, you're also there, right? Yeah, that's great. Lydia we started our journey of learning together from another seminary, and we came here as well. We started from Satyaveda, and here also Lydia is there. That's great. Okay. So yeah, let me come to my topic of discussion. Evolving family dynamics. Family have dynamics, and that dynamics is being changed over the time. And the present dynamics you are supposed to understand. And first of all, the changing family roles, changing family roles. Previously, there was assigned family roles for all family members. For example, husband, wife, children, they have assigned roles. But now, the assigned roles are being changed. According to Salvador Minuchin, some idiosyncratic patterns are developed. Some idiosyncratic patterns are developed within the family. That means some of the unique patterns, especially if there is twin employment, and for a twin employed couple, they are supposed to understand each other, and some of the family roles they are supposed to use interchangeably. For example, those who are working in European countries, what I have noticed, most of the family chores will be done by husband. You know why? Wives will be nurses and they'll be highly paid. And because of their financial balance, they are doing like that. So nothing wrong in that. So these evolving roles has to be understood and appreciated by the couples and also the parents of their couples. Then only they can have a healthy family life. The changing roles sometimes lead to conflict and concerns. Then dual income families. The better point is after marriage, it should be our money, right? Husband and wife should not tell that it is my money and your money. It should be our money. But unfortunately, most of the twin employed families, it is my money and your money. It is not a problem of keeping two accounts. It's not a problem. But finance has to be shared together, used together, managed together. And so recently I have observed and studied one of the reasons for the increase of divorce rate is self-sufficiency of women, and especially before marriage. Before marriage, if they are working for 2, 3, or 4 years, they have income, they know how to manage and balance their life. And once they get married, they may not feel the need of a spouse because they were doing all things by themselves. So that is what the last couple I have told you, they are going for a divorce. And she was telling, before marriage, I was managing everything. And after marriage, I thought he will manage. And now I became a dependent person. So I want to go back to my previous life and I want to enjoy. And both of them have a very good job. Both of them are from government circle. And they are telling we can lead a life for ourselves. So this financial independence is good if they are using in an effective manner, but sometimes it may lead to conflict. And I know there are some families, they are equally contributing to the family affairs and they are having their own accounts and separate accounts. So these all dynamics will lead to some kind of conflicts within the family. That is a need of counseling now. Then work-life balance. See, nowadays, to be frank, we are also facing the same. I am busy with my classes, my counselings, and today is actually my family day. But I'm sitting with you to take class. And also, right after your class, I have another online class that is for Searchable Seminary, Kuwait, after 1 hour. So once I am engaging in these things, actually my family is missing my time. And every day, most of the time, the family will struggle hard, especially couple will struggle hard to manage their time together. Work and life balance will be tough. So for that, the spouses has to discuss and come to a meaningful balance. Otherwise, that may lead to conflict. Then elderly parents. Elderly parents are not much concerned, but still, there are some parents that are so adamant because they will tell, I want to live in my home only. You are supposed to be with me and take care of me because when you were a child, I was taking care of you. So you are supposed to taking care of me now. And they'll be emotionally blackmailing. And that in turn influence the children's well-being and their future. And I usually tell to the old age people, as long as you can have your separate life, if you can cook and if you can live together separately, definitely you're supposed to. And once you come to a point where you cannot support yourself, be flexible with children. And if they call you to somewhere, you go and stay with them, enjoy the time over there instead of bringing them to your comfort zones. And otherwise, I don't know whether this suggestion is good or bad. Go to some old age homes, a very good old age homes, and you be there and enjoy your time over there. So what I'm trying to communicate is sometimes old age parents may lead to some other family concerns, and that is another need of counseling. Then workaholic parents. You know what is workaholic parents? 24/7, they will be work. They will not have time to be with their children, and they will not have time for recreation. They may not have time for to travels and looking up to the emotional and psychological aspects of their children. So workaholic parents becomes a big concern for the children, and children may be missing and parenting will be affected. Then migration, and many youngsters are dreaming about Europe, especially the Indian culture. The people are dreams about Europe, UK, Germany, Australia, Ireland, and so on. So once they are thinking about and planning for migration, it influences the family's balance. Today morning, I had a youth seminar, and in between that youth seminar, one parent came to me and she was telling, Samsar, I'm so depressed because I have sent my son to Germany, and he had done his studies over there. And once proposal came, she was from UK, and without taking PR at Germany, he moved to UK, and I'm so depressed. And I just asked her whether they are happy, the couple is happy. They are happy, but I am not that much happy. Then I told him, if they are happy, let them enjoy. Are you getting my point? So sometimes this migration leads to some concerns. The parents, because her point is right. Actually, Germany is more stable than UK right now. Because of the situations, Germany is more safe. And but her parents and all her family members, wife's family members, already migrated, and they have PR over there. But This boy does not appear, it's in the process. So they thought it is better to be in a place where already they have appeared. So they have chosen that, and it is up to them. And mother's pain is they have spent lots of money to send him to Germany with only one expectation, he will get a PR over there. And it is her dream. So always keep in mind, sometimes this migration may lead. And in migrating, sometimes one person will be interested for migration and the other person may not be interested in migration. That also lead to some concerns. And once migrating, one of the major problem with the migration is the culture of their original country and migrated country. The migrated country will have another culture, and the migrated persons has to adopt and live in that new culture. Definitely, children will adapt to it. And they will live as a normal citizen of that new country. But parents will be someone like a mixture. I get many counseling. The parents will bring their younger children, probably 16 years, 17 years, and they tell, please advise my children to stop dating, stop sleepover. See, I just tell them, how can I stop? So the parents are living in Indian culture, but the students are living, children are living in European culture. There is actually dating and finding out their own partner, sleepover and weekend outings, going in different, picnic spots or hotels. Living with a dating partner. That's all normal. In that setting, who needs counseling? Parents or children? And some of you are silent, right? Both need, definitely both need. But that's one of the challenges of migration. And I have many clients from European countries. And the second last couple I told, I'm in the process of, helping. They are from UK. They are migrated, they are in their process of migration. So this migration lead to lots of family concerns. There is a need of counseling these days. Then diverse family structures. Diverse family structures. Can you see my screen? Okay. It is said that your screen is paused. I don't know. Screen share is paused. And if you're not seeing the same, please tell me. Say, diverse families. Diverse family structure means previously, since the divorce rate was very less and remarriage was very less, only one family was there. But nowadays, blended family. What is blended family? Do you know what is blended family?
Two divorcees getting married.
Not only that, if they have children.
Yes, I mean, yeah, children included.
Yes.
Living in it's like co-parenting situation, but they're living in
Yes.
different homes and coming together.
Yes, exactly. See, if both the parents or one of the parent has a child from previous marriage, and at that time, it is not couples or their remarriage, their marriage include only spouses but children as well. So that leads to an additional responsibilities. Some children will not blend or emotionally attached with the parent's spouse. So there comes lots of concerns and issues. Sometimes step brother, step sister issues are also common in blended families. Then single parent household. That is mostly the after effect of divorce. Mostly mothers. There are very rare situations. Fathers has to parent their children, and in some cases, probably for a couple of months with the one parent and the other couple of months with the other parent. So single parenthood is another concern. So if I say examples, there are lots of examples recently. And I'm having another session that is from Kerala itself, Trivandrum itself. One mother brought a child or 14 years. And she lost her husband when child was only 11 months of age. And from then till now, she's telling, I was not get married again because of my child. But now child is asking again, why are you simply wasting your days? Why you were simply wasted your days and years? For me, you could have get remarried. And also nowadays, she's not listening, he is not listening to his mom as well. And she's telling me, I was living for this son alone. Now he's not obeying me. And also he is beating her up as well. And so what I'm trying to tell, single parent families, and this is one of the major concerns. And initially they step into single parenting, but later it may become a bigger concern. It's the last one which I shared is because of their death, but in some cases it is after divorce. And one of the things that is happening most of the time during the time of divorce, the parents will fight each other to get the child, right? And finally, one parent will get the child. You see, after 18 years, most of the children will go to the other parent. Most of the children will go to the other parents. You know why? See, the parent who was with the child must be disciplining the child and educating the child, beating the child. And these all disciplinary and punishment actions may develop a kind of drift or gap within that. But what about the other person? That person may be seeing the child monthly once or weekly once or sometimes in a year. And by that time, they will pamper like anything, give all the things. And what will be the perspective of the child? The other parent is better. So once at the age of 18, and they have the freedom, and they simply jump to the other. So nowadays, I tell to my clients, don't compel or don't expect to get the child with you. Let the children decide with which parent they are supposed to. Anyway, these are some of the concerns of single parent households. And then same-sex couples, gay and lesbian couples are increasing. And in some countries, it is legalized. In some countries, it is on the way. But in the upcoming days, it may be legalized in most of the countries. So the same-sex couples, and that is also a concern. And when I talk to the youngsters, especially during the camp and all, many queries comes to me. They will ask, Samsara, I am confused. I am confused whether my biological sex is my sexual identity. I have different orientations. I'm thinking differently. Even though I'm a male, I feel like a girl. So that confusions are mostly the outcome or that may result in same-sex or same-sex gay lesbian couples. Transgenders, you have heard about transgenders? They are moving for the surgery to become a transgender, hormone treatment to become a transgender. So these all things are becoming common in the present era. So that is one of the area of counseling need. So these all came under the first need, that is involving family dynamics. The present family dynamics is different from the previous dynamics. Then the second area is communication issues. See, communication, now we are living in digital age. Yesterday, I was traveling with our president at FTS. And once we were discussing, we were discussing, texting couples are more stable couples. Texting couples are more stable. What is texting? They take the WhatsApp or Signal or anything. No, they send put a text. So this is what I expect. They are not talking each other, and they may send a voice message or a video message, and once they read it, then they will respond. Right? and texting couples. Say, nowadays, face to communication is getting low, minimizing. And in a way, texting couples are the need of the hour as well. And, sometimes within myself and Jija also, we are doing it. Whenever I feel like, sending a message, I simply text a message. And once she sees, no, she will respond. And once I see, I'll respond to her. See, face-to-face communication is minimized these days, and also emotional expressions are also lacking. So, if you are not having a time to sit together, then how can we exchange our emotions? Things are happening, you are couples, you are living a life, but in essence, no emotional connections. Definitely, emojis are increasing texting apps. Every emotion has a image. Exactly, emoji. Thank you for that contribution. Emojis are there. So simply sending emojis. And also, if you want to understand the mood of a person, you go to Insta and just check the mood. And also GIFs. See, lots of mediums. And previously, I told it was something like a texting message or video. Now it is emojis and GIFs. That's all. And I don't know what is happening in the upcoming days. The digital technology is being, developed day by day. So that is another concern. That is a communication issues. Previously, we were talking about the parallel communication, cross-way communication, ulterior communication. But since the people are not at all communicating, so all these aspects does not have a big relevance these days. Most of the time, digital-based communications are in a way effective. In a way effective. We cannot get rid of this because of the fast and busy culture. Then the next is mental health concerns. Mental health concerns. Stress and anxiety. Nowadays, the people are more stressed because of their family goals, their job-related issues, and societal issues. Sometimes their psychological, biological issues as well. They're very much stressed about stressed in their day-to-day life, and also anxiety. They're anxious about tomorrows. Some people are stuck with anxiety disorder. And what will be happening in the future, especially those who are working in MNCs. And most of them nowadays, Trump and Modi are in conflict. And most of the techies are concerned now. If Trump stop all outsourcing, then lakhs of people in India will be jobless. And most of these metro cities, and nothing has to be done over there. The high profile jobs, everything is outsourcing from Europe, especially from America. So what I was trying to tell is anxiety is increasing like anything, and also medical conditions are increasing. The next, depression. Many. Recently, one pastor was telling, we were discussing, and I was telling Samsa, I was about to call you to talk about one of my friend's child, and he called at night. So he told, tomorrow morning I'll arrange a counselor. Same night itself, he suicide. The child suicide by cutting his spine. And I just told him, so if it is a suicide attempt, at any time you can call me, and I'll immediately send my help. If I can go and meet, I'll go and meet, or at least through online media, definitely I'll help. See, the extreme or end point of depression leads to suicide. There are lots of Christian people are suiciding. Lots. Many. because of depression. If it is not treated on time, then substance abuse, alcohols, and drugs, synthetic drugs. And the latest one is LSD. So all these things, once the families and the children are affected, they will be having an addiction, and that addiction will lead to family problems. And one of the major reason for many family concerns and divorce is substance abuse. And there is another trend is developing, both the husband and wife together using all these additives. They are drinking and they are taking, drugs and all. Then PTSD. Have you heard about the word PTSD? Post-traumatic stress disorder. Post-traumatic stress disorder. In most of the families, PTSD is a big concern. PTSD means during their childhood days or their in adolescent years, or even after that in adulthood, some of the traumatic experiences they may expose to, and because of that traumatic experience, they may have a deeper wound that is not healed, and that will lead to couple problems. Later, that will lead to disorders, post-traumatic stress disorder. So these are some of the mental health concerns that is leading to the need for counseling. Shall we go for a 5 minutes break? Or are you not expecting break? We'll go for 5 minutes break and come back. Okay, we'll be more fresh. Okay, Missy said yes, even though she's not a video.
Not me, sir.
And I miss you. Yeah, we'll go for 5 minutes break and come back. Shall we continue? Okay. We'll continue, and that's great. So parenting challenges, and next area. So far we were discussing first of all evolving family dynamics, then communication issues, then mental health concerns, and now parenting challenges. Have you heard about the word postpartum depression? Postpartum depression. Yes. Say after delivery. Some mothers may move to depression, and that depression in turn lead to a depressed parent cannot help their child, right? And they themselves will be irritated, and that irritation may lead to unhealthy parenting styles and strategies. Then behavioral issues in children. One of the behavioral issues is ADHD. Have you heard about ADHD? Attention deficit hyperactive disorder. So it is really difficult to manage such children. They cannot concentrate in a place, and also they will be always hyperactive. So these things will influence a person and family, and mothers, especially parents, will struggle hard to manage these children. And most of the time, the parents will end up in conflict because of these children. Parents find each other if they are not a cohesive agent in helping the children. Then teenage rebellion. Teenagers are the children, those who are moving from dependency to independence. Till 10 to 12 years, the children will be obedient. And whenever parents tell something, they will obey. But by 12 years, they start questioning it. And also they are becoming independent, think independently. And they will have, they will be in charge of their decisions, directions. So in that point, what we are supposed to do now, teenage rebellion has to be managed well. A parenting seminar that is in relation to how to parent a teenage children will help them. Then children with the special needs, cerebral palsy, then some physical disabilities, autism, and so on. There are lots of children, even in this medically advanced time, such children are being born, and those special needs children are becoming a challenge for their parents and sibling rivalry. And this is very high in most of the families, right? Siblings. We were also siblings, right? We fought each other. And our children are also fighting each other. Sibling rivalry. Sometimes the parents are not able to manage it. Then navigating transitions. Navigating transitions means the children, those are moving from infancy to babyhood, then to early childhood, then to late childhood, then to adolescence, then to young adulthood. So these are transitions are really important. And once we learn about Erik Erikson's theory, we will learn the different types of crisis, psychosocial crisis they come across as they move from one stage to another stage. So once the children are moving from one stage to the other, it is the responsibility of the parents to navigate them, to lead them from one stage to the other. And how long a parent is supposed to parent their children?
Don't know how long, but they do till the end. Like
They do
till
to them.
parenting.
That's
Don't know till
don't
when,
know.
but this.
Yeah, somebody else, Lydia don't know where to stop and when to stop.
I've just started, sir. I've just started. I'm just transitioning into babyhood right now.
That's
I have
great.
so many questions.
So many questions to ask me.
Yes, it's a load. So I thought I will leave you a personal message.
You send a text, I'll respond to you. And if something that is beneficial for the class during the discussion time, last 50 minutes, I'll give you time to ask questions and discussions will do.
I have a question. How not to yell? Why? Like, how should I not yell? Like,
So you think about your parental family. What about your parents? Still they are parenting you?
no, not actually. But they still worry. They keep calling stuff.
Okay. Yeah, they are supposed to keep calling and all. Parenting is different.
Yeah.
Parenting is different. Say, somebody tell me, till which age the parents has to parent their children?
Until they stand on their own feet or until
What
marriage.
what age?
Mm,
So guidance is important from parents, but at least
yeah.
at reach their teenage, we have to constantly mentor them. But we also respect their individuality as well. I feel as a children, we need to respect their individuality and let them also take some decisions of their own, because at some point they will not know what to do. That's my personal understanding. I feel sometimes parents we intervene and interfere in so many things that they're unable to make decisions at certain point of life.
And they will tell, no, after our death, you take your own decision. Till then, we will take decisions for you. There's another problem. Say, as Liz was pointing, I think Sunita wanted to tell something.
No, my son is going to be 23. I still tell him, but it's not like, it depends on how much he's ready to take, not that interfering with everything. So,
Say, first you said was in a way right. Once they stand on their feet, and as early as possible, our children are supposed to stand on their knees. And I'm a person who support part-time job during their studies. Yeah, they can spend daily 2 hours, 3 hours. And that's max. Or weekends, they can go for some work so that they can financially, financially support themselves. And also they will have a financial responsibility. We send them early as well. And that process, separation process has to start by adolescence, and it has to reach to its maximum by the beginning of young adulthood once they find out a job. Don't wait till marriage. At least by marriage, you are supposed to stop. But don't wait till marriage. And there are some parents, even after that, I usually tell, after marriage, parents have to shift from consenting authority to consultant authority. Consenting means giving permission. Consultant, whenever the children are in need, they will come and meet you. And then at that time, you just give them support. So anyway, see this parenting, especially the teenage time, navigating transitions are really important. By early young adulthood, maximum by the age 22 to 25, you're supposed to stop dictating or controlling your child. So let them take their own decisions and move on. In front of us, you know why? If they fail in front of us, we can support them. And once we are away, to whom they will go? So always keep in mind, in front of us, we are supposed to make them self-sufficient and let them have a differentiation of self. Let them have a differentiation of self. Then under parenting, divorce is another concern. Divorce mostly affect the children rather than themselves. Divorce because for a healthy development of a child, both parents are necessary. Both parents are necessary. Father and mother has to parent their child together as a cohesive agent or as a one unit. As a one unit. Parents are not supposed to conflict each other. Parents are supposed to be one unit in parenting their children. Divorce will definitely influence the parenting patterns. And one after divorce, mostly the children will get single parenting or the grandparents parenting. Grandparents parenting. And in most of the divorced families, the grandparents will be looking after the children. and the parents may be going for work or going for some other remarriage or something. And it's a responsibility the grandparents to raise them up. So that will lead to many family and parenting concerns. Then relocating to different places will also influence. Then arrival of a new child. There starts the beginning of sibling rivalry. And especially since the last child or the second child is completely dependent on you, you will give more time, more care to the child in front of the older child. And gradually, the older child will develop a perspective that they perceive like this: my parents love my younger one, my younger sibling, more than me. And navigating that is, in a way, a really tough task. Before a couple of weeks, my older son started telling, "You are considering my brother than me." I was too astonished. So, to be frank, I never ever thought like that. But he perceived it that manner. So, since he perceived, I called him and I talked to him. And he was telling, "You always beat me. You are not beating the younger one. And my brother, and whenever you scold, I'm getting more scolding." And lots of things he was telling. And I was analyzing myself. That is right. Because I think Lysias lost the book. It's coming. Okay. See, since my younger son is more obedient. In one call, he will come. But the older one, we need to call 10 to 15 times. So definitely we'll get angry to us. And also, for having food and all, younger one is better. But my older son, he will not have food. If you have a chance to see them, you sometimes tell, my younger one is older son. See, because of these things and all, we are supposed. And also, yesterday was the class PTA after autumn examination, the first term examination. And the younger one scored very nice marks. And the older one, he got 9 out of 30 for maths. And he never showed this. And whenever I asked him, I didn't get it. Once I went there, he was actually sitting under the desk. And I was searching, where is my son? And the children telling, he's there only. You know why? Because, and when I'm seeing his grade, he doesn't like to expose him. So anyway, I understood he has some difficulty in mathematics, and I have already planned to give him some additional support. Anyway, so what I'm trying to tell, this kind of the arrival of a new child may lead to a kind of jealousy or rivalry within the older child. Then the next area is coping with trauma. Traumatic experiences are really heartbreaking and painful for all people to come to a normal life later. Some of the main traumatic events may be loss of a loved one, especially the person whom we share our innermost concerns, our pains. And for most of the people, that will be mother mostly. But for some, it is father. And sometimes it is a friend or brother or sister, anyone. So whoever it may be, and if you lose that loved one, it will be a traumatic experience for you, and you will feel a vacuum. You'll feel an empty space over there, and sometimes you may cope with it. It is better to cope with it. That will be some kind of difficulty. Then serious illness, sometimes a chronic illness or a serious illness, something like BP, sugar, and cholesterol, and all these things also influence their well-being, and their lifestyles has to be revised accordingly. and serious illness like cancer, attack, then stroke. So all these things may influence the family's well-being and their coping strategies. Then financial crisis. Financial crisis. Financial crisis is one of the important thing as far as family is concerned. Finance is needed, and without finance, we cannot manage our day-to-day lives. So in that aspect, if there is a financial loss or a job loss or a property loss or a title loss, depromotion, especially in IT sectors, and or sometimes they may be depromoted once they change one company to another. So all these things will definitely influence their financial well-being and lead to crisis. Then other crises, and some of the examples are sometimes an accident or affair breakups or personal breakups, relationship breakups, separations, and so on, that may lead to trauma, and that need a coping strategy for to lead a healthy life. Then comes the religious issues. See, nowadays, inter-religious marriages are increasing, right? Inter-religious marriages are increasing. Christians, especially the Pentecostal children or our children, are getting married to non-Christians, Hindus, Muslims, and other religious people and atheist people. And you know what is happening? I usually tell to youngsters, even if you compromise class, caste, nationality, race, and anything, don't compromise spirituality. Don't compromise spirituality. You know why? Spirituality is mostly emotional. Whenever a family is going through crisis, their immediate expectation is to reach out to the God whom they trust. Reach out to the God whom they trust. So mostly Christians trust Jesus. But what about a Hindu? They have different gods. And they may be a devotee of a particular God. And it is for a Muslim, it is an Allah. So once this is happening now, what will be the outcome? Once a crisis situation comes in, they both will come to a dilemma, sometimes fight. Where should we go? And what are the religious practices we are supposed to do to come out of this particular concern? So there comes conflict. And religion, sometimes I may say, you're not supposed to, compromise. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Virendra Kumar, I got your text. I was thinking now how you're not in video for a long time. I was thinking. Okay. Say, yeah. Sometimes I tell you're supposed to get married to the same denomination. So one person recently was telling, Samsari, I was praying earnestly for my children, even from when they're young, they must get their spouses from Assemblies of God. I was astonished. And yeah, there are some, he's one of the pastor, and he was so proud that he could get married his children to Assemblies of. He has 3 children, all are got married to Assemblies of God, persons. So if they have such an attitude, they're not getting married to that, there will come lots of concerns and problems. So religious issues are really important, and there's a big concern, and you're supposed to deal with it and understand it. And once today morning, when I was discussing about marriage and family, I told her, and you are supposed to get the permission from biological parents and spiritual parents to get married. Both the parents, biological parents and spiritual parents. Why biological parents? Biological parents usually look at the family status, finance, and caste, and all the class and all. They will look after. What about the spiritual parents? They will look after the spiritual aspects. And if both says yes, that will be perfect. And definitely God will bless that. So unfortunately, what is happening now? The most of the marriages comes to the spiritual parents after fixing it. And after fixing it, even if the pastor, spiritual parents understand some kind of problems, they will never tell. You know why? They tell if something happens, all responsibility should be on the shoulders of the pastor. I'm also a pastor. And if somebody comes to me, Pastor, no, yeah, we have seen an alliance and all. I first of all ask whether you confirmed it. Yes, we confirmed. Then that's great. Pray that God's will be done. That's all. And if they haven't confirmed, I will, get the contact number of the pastor, and I'll just call the pastor and so on. So that's such alliance has come. What do you think about it? How he said? What about the spirituality? And that person will tell everything usually. Normally the pastors will lie to another pastor, usually. So then they will come to a realistic understanding about the person. And if both the biological and spiritual parents agree, that would be great. Anyway, so religion plays a major role in family conflict, and Apostle Paul is also addressing the same issue, because if one person from a family gets saved, sometimes the other person may lead some kind of conflict. Sometimes if they go for a divorce as well. That is what Apostle Paul was explaining in his epistles. So that is all in relation to religious issues. Then in-law issues. That is one of the biggest concern for most of the families, in-laws. And actually, I don't know why this in-law conflict is arising. One of the basic reasons what I understood through counseling, sometimes the parents come and tell you, sir, I consider her as my daughter. Even then she did like that. And I considered him as a son. Even then he did that. I respond to them, that is the problem. You were supposed to consider your daughter-in-law as daughter-in-law, not daughter. You're not supposed to consider your son-in-law son. It is son-in-law. Jerusha is smiling. Smiling or crying? Oh, crying. I thought he's smiling. See, sometimes, the daughter-in-laws comes and tell, sir, I was considering them as my parents. It is that problem. Always keep in mind, give respect to the positions. A mother-in-law can never be a mother. That will be mother-in-law always. Thank you for the like, Jerusha. A father-in-law can never become a father-in-law. Sorry, father. It will be always father-in-law. Then also, a brother-in-law and sister-in-law. There's another category, major problem. Sister-in-law always will be a sister-in-law, not a sister. So respect them. Respect the positions as it is, not changed. So once you consider your mother-in-law as mother, then automatically you will expect a response from your mother-in-law as if you are mother. Your mother-in-law cannot become a mother, so she cannot respond to you, or he cannot respond to you as you expect. So that in turn leads to family conflicts. So these are some of the areas which I understood is of a big concern these days. And this is actually repeatedly happening in most of the families that lead to family conflict. And this is all I wanted to discuss with you today. And we have nearly 40 minutes. And you can ask questions and I'll respond to your questions. If you text me or if you can ask, that would be great.
So you had
Liz.
yeah. So you had mentioned that texting couples or something, right? So what was the reason you're saying they were the most like successful in relationship? Why is that?
Say, because in a tin employed family, both the persons may be working. And at that time, sometimes some matters has to be immediately communicated. But because of the office setups and all, the person cannot attend a call or talk. So once text, immediately they will respond. And also, if they're texting, they may not expect an immediate reply. They may wait for it. And also, texting is another thing. Say one of the couple recently, the husband was telling Samsar, can you please do one favor to me? Tell to my wife, say, I'm a senior officer. Don't call me during office time. Or at least if she calls, I'm okay. At least tell her to use polite words to address me. He may be sitting in front of his juniors, and he may be instructing them. He may be in a big bossy position, and at that time she is calling all blah blah filthy things, and she is calling like anything, and this person is not able to respond. And if he cancel the call, that will blast at the evening. So he has structured that, and the facial expressions his subjugates will observe it, and that in turn leads to some problems in self-esteem and all. So it is better to text. And also there is one thing is because of their busy schedule. Then the second thing, it is because of the emotional imbalance of the couples, because most of them have their work pressure, work-related anxiety, personal issues. So it is better to text them rather than talking. So emotional, support may not be there. They will be directly telling things, and the texting is better in that both senses. Clearly, say actually nowadays most of the people are like the pressure cooker that is almost to whistle. If somebody just touch, wow. So that is what is happening in most of the countries. So it is better to text.
Yes.
Someone like filled with pressure, or a dam filled with the water about to break.
Yes.
Mostly the dams will have shutter, right? But our mind and heart does not have a shutter.
Yeah.
We keep everything heap up. At a point of time, like a volcano, it will come up and it will burn and destroy everyone and everything near you. So it is better to, open it up to some persons who trust rather than keeping it up. Did I answer the question, Liz?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any other questions? Liz, yeah, I think you have another question.
No, I was just like you also mentioned about couples who are living in the same house but no interactions and they're like roommates. So, what was the reason that you shared about it? Because they're not able to emotionally connect and things like that, or what is that? I missed that point. My connection was not.
Mostly it may be because of their lack of emotional intimacy or constant fight. Have you heard about the word sleep divorce? Sleep divorce? No? And there are some couples, they joyfully decided for sleep divorce. That is, during the time of sleep, they go to different rooms and sleep. Another reason may be snoring or late night calls related to work, or sometimes off time calls may come for the senior officials and all. And in some cases, sometimes, there are some couples, some persons, once a slave, they never respect the person who is adjacent. They will beat, they will kick, they will sometimes kick the person out of the bed. So it is better to go and sleep separately. And for this case, what I was telling, if there are some couples they are conflicting each other, so they have decided in front of public when they have it, we'll be living as couples, but no transactions, nothing. We'll live a separate life, and both of them will decide not to talk each other for an emergency. The basic things. It is not something like they are not talking each other. Basic things, something like food, clothing, and family affairs, children affairs, they will talk. That's all.
So it's a very valid reason as well.
Is it?
I recently came across a couple very newly married, hardly stayed together for like 3 weeks, and main reason, and they stretched for like another month because of counseling. But the same reason is snoring, and they're not able to adjust with each
So
other.
it is better for sleep divorce. So because, but we will never advocate for that. But I advocate that. They can go and sleep in 2 different homes.
Because of the
two
snore.
rooms.
And yeah, I'm able to hear you. Yeah, but they're not ready to continue together. That's what we came across. But I didn't know that's the word called sleep divorce. But that they are actually planning for a valid divorce.
So you can suggest them sleep divorce. If it is the only reason. If it is the only reason.
And there are other reasons, but this is also one of the major reasons.
If it is a major reason, see, the sleep is one of the important thing for all people. All people. Sometimes the body smell irritates the other. And that time also can go. They can have a different sleep, different place to sleep. And yeah, sleep divorce is one of the positive things for such kind of things. I'm not primarily, 1 minute, Sunitha. I'm not primarily advocating it. If it is in an extreme case, you are supposed to. Okay, Sunitha. No, you're mute now.
Yeah, that means there's no emotional intimacy at all. So it's only just in front of others they live as husband and wife, right?
That is not the case of sleep divorce. They will have strong emotional intimacy. They will have strong connection. They will have all their life, even their sex life will be so happy. But only for the time of sleep, for a better sleep, they live in they sleep in 2 different rooms because of snoring. Because Liz, I think the case Liz was mentioning, snoring may be the starting point. If they opted for a sleep divorce, it would have been a different thing. That is in a way, we are respecting each other. Respecting each other. I respect you because of snoring. You cannot sleep with me, so you can't sleep, and that's just a joke. And for other sexual intimacy needs and all, we'll come to that another time. So it is up to you. So sleeping together is not in a way necessary to have a quality family life.
So there are some couples who are like, acting couples, like in front of the crowd, they are together, but in their personal life, they are very far from each other. I mean, not even physically.
Yes.
So there is a term for that. Is there a term for that?
That is in a way separated couples. Separated couples. Not technical terms. Let me check for it. I'm sorry. Let me check for it. I haven't come across any word. Usually we'll call it the separated couples.
Like I've seen that in most of the elderly couples, like, they have their, especially people in ministry, they are together for ministry and all that. But at home, they are like 2 different individuals. They're not like as couples. They sleep separately, or they have everything. They manage themselves. But when they go out of the house, they are like as a pastor couple or something like that.
Sure,
I've seen very often. I think is it mainly the Malayali community? I'm not sure, but I've seen mostly in Malayali communities. I'm not sure. That might be wrong.
Especially European communities, no, they will not live like this. They will go for divorce. But Indian, especially Malayali couples, because of stigma
Stigma.
and all, no, they will never go for divorce. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's right.
And because especially the ministers couple, no, they will never, try to put their spouse into public disgrace, and they will just suffer like that.
Yeah, but not just the spouse, also a disgrace for them, being called a divorced or, or unhappy couple in front of the public. So they will,
And also for the children, no, getting good alliance and all. It is better
yeah,
to be together. Yeah, there are lots of things,
yeah,
lots of
that's
emotional things. Say, and for them also, sometimes there may be small issues. They have escalated this much. And sometimes on another word, another phrase you should tell, 2 kitchens are better than fighting kitchen. 2 kitchens are better than fighting kitchen. And sometimes, mother-in-law and daughter-in-law fight. So we're going to go for 2 kitchen. Both of them can cook. And, see, I have a couple of cases I have done that. On the upstairs, the child and family will be there, they'll be cooking and everything over there. And one of the luckiest person will be the husband. He can have food from wife and also from his mother. And another person, recently we have discussed about it. And we are in the process whether we will go for that or not. And their mother-in-law and see the daughter-in-law, big conflict. And I just suggested, why can't you think about it? And they told, no, yeah, we'll see. Let me think about it. And hopefully in the next session, we'll discuss about it. So 2 kitchens are better than fighting kitchen. So once a fighting kitchen, that will definitely influence their, what should I say? There will be, the morning itself, the well-being will be lost. And the entire day will be a trouble. You may think that being a pastor, how can Samsar can tell all these things? So these are things are my practical understandings. Practically, I'm speaking. Don't think about, don't cut this recording and just send to somewhere. Samsar has told like this. These all things are my practical understandings. Practically, I'm speaking about it. Because every day I'm seeing the couples and the better options I am suggesting. Any other questions? I haven't got any questions at the text or chat. I hope what I communicated was clear to you. Okay, and I will get the notes soon. And if you have further doubts, you can please text me. And I hope you my number is in the group, and you can get it, and you can text me personally. Don't call, please text. If you call now, I may not attend the call, and if I'm not attending a call, I may not get time to call you back as well. Because most of the time my day will end by 11:30, 12. And after that, I cannot make a call. If you send a text message, definitely, you will get a response within 24 hours. So that is what I can promise. Okay. Yeah. So if you don't have any question, please, do you have any question? No. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, we'll stop it here, and we'll meet on next Saturday, and that discussion will be, what will be the discussion? As per the schedule. We'll be discussing on types of marriage and family and biblical and Christian perspective on marriage and family. If you can have a reading on it, at least you go to ChatGPT or Copilot, just search for it. Have an idea and come back. Make use of all these AI tools very effectively so that you can get an idea about it. So different types of marriage and biblical and theological perspective on marriage and family. Just have a reading on it, and you'll get the syllabus and course schedule today itself through Benson sir. Okay. Then shall I close with the word of prayer? Dear Lord, we love you, Lord. Thank you for you have chosen us to be in this class to discuss on marriage and family therapy. Help us, Lord, till we meet again for the next class. Be with us in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay then, bye-bye. See you next class. Have a nice time.
Bye, sir. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Bye-bye.